You don't need a promotion to be a leader. The true test of leadership is when you ask this question, who eats first? This series, we're talking about leadership, but we're starting from self-leadership first. And why do we start from self? You cannot give what you do not have. And so a question was thrown to me and it says, how does self-leadership impact mental resilience and workplace performance? The truth is, self-leadership is the foundation of mental resilience and high performance, because you have to regulate yourself first. And leadership is about regulation, whether emotionally, physically, mentally, all the alleys. It's first about self. When you lead yourself well, then you can lead others. Sometimes I listen to when men are saying, I'm the head of this home, I'm the boss here. You hear in companies, whatever I say must stand. When I speak, you don't speak. I lose a lot of respect. Because if you had to say it, maybe you really aren't. If you have to really say it and say it so many times, maybe you aren't. And because you are feeling inadequate, you think you need to keep reminding people who the boss is here. But it's first you. Unfortunately and fortunately, our children learn from non-verbal communication more than verbal communication. So they are sensing the things that you are doing, not just the things that you are saying. In fact, they can read it between the lines. My kids came back home today and said one of their classmates brought a vape to class. Where did the girl get the vape from? Her mother. Maybe the mother left it somewhere and she has been watching her mother inhale it. And one day she picks it up and brings it to school. That's leadership. Is that a good leader? Leaving vape for your child to be able to take it and you didn't even know that it has been taken. The child can take it to school and then play with it with her friends in school. Is that leadership? Did you lead yourself? When I see people who smoke, I smile. And I used to be a smoker. And one day I just said, I'm done smoking. I'm not good. And I wasn't even really a deadly smoker, to be honest. Smoking 2 sticks of cigarettes in a day was as though I have smoked 20 packets, just 2 sticks. So that's how I was. So the day I decided I was going to stop smoking, it wasn't hard. I just cut off the people that I used to hang out with, and it was easy for me to stop because I never had cigarettes in my bag. I never bought it. How can you lead a team of people? You're talking to them, but you are doing the same thing that you're asking them not to do. That's hypocrisy. That's hypocrisy. The time when I was thinking about being a Jehovah's Witness, I used to think that Jehovah's Witnesses were angels. Because for you to go out and preach, you've got to be an angel yourself. I mean, you cannot be going to preach something that you are doing. I forgot that they are human beings too. So when they did some things in my sight, I was like, I thought you're an angel. Only to realize that they're humans too, and they make mistakes. What I just say is, don't go out and say something that you're not doing. Because for me, that's not preaching, that's hypocrisy. So make sure that you first teach yourself to do right. Then you have the moral right to then tell other people that job is not to tell them not to do it, but it's to say, why not try this way? Try this way that I'm going. So you want to drink, have a glass of wine. You don't have to have 2 bottles. And then you fall into the gutter and then people are laughing at you. And you're a father, you have children at home. Or you're a mother and you have children at home. What example are you leading? What example? So leadership starts with you. Do you eat everything that you see? Are you a glutton? And then you see your child eating and you'll be calling your child greedy. Where did they learn it from? Or you have staff and they are watching you every day. Where did they learn it from? They learned it from you. You condemn them, but who is condemning you? Remember, I said accountability is the ability to take account of what you do and hold yourself responsible. And responsibility is the ability to respond, which then means that there's so much power that you have. So much power by being responsible and being accountable to yourself first. Ask yourself, what kind of father do I want to be? What kind of mother do I want to be? What kind of boss do I want to be? Do I want impact and influence, or do I want to control, command, and force people to do things? I want impact and influence. And so that then means that I've got to live a life that portrays impact and influence. I cannot live a life that says that I bamboozle people or manipulate people or coerce people or control. Nah, you don't get the best out of people. And that's why I tell people that all those people that keep saying, I want a God-fearing husband, I say, or God-fearing wife, I say to them, has anybody done anything willingly out of fear and continued it? It's impossible. It's not willing once there's fear. But has anybody done something out of love and continued it? Yes. Because now I've come to a place of loving it, that I now become it. And that's what self-leadership does for you. You regulate your emotions by yourself. You're able to tell yourself that you want to do something, achieve certain things, and you go for it. You're courageous. You tell yourself, this thing, I'm going to stop it by so. This thing, I'm going to start it by so. And you back it up with discipline and tenacity and resilience and commitment. That's what self-leadership does, for you to be able to teach others. How do you teach your children how to stay on something? It's because they've seen you stay on it. Not that you say, go and do something, do a prayer. Your child is saying, but daddy, you just did X. You say, shut up. Do what I do. Do what I say, not what I do. Even you hear some pastors say that. Practice what I teach, not what I do. I'm like, then why are you standing in a place of leadership? And you're in a place where a lot of people listen to you. So even as myself, as an owner of a business, and aside that, even as a therapist, there's a tendency of people to want to only hear my thoughts without having their thoughts. And there could also be a tendency, if I also had a void in my heart, to want to be needed by all my clients. I want them to call me every time they have a problem. They can't stand on their own. That's not a leader. Me, I want to create leaders, whereby I can sit back and say, oh yeah, my creation, take it over. Because I personally, once again, believe that that's how God sees us. God is God based on the amount of gods he can create, not the amount of followers that he has. And that's the same model that I want to follow. I want to impact myself so much in other people that when I see them fly and even fly higher, I'm like, yes, those are my people. But it starts with me. It starts with me. Self-discipline, emotional regulation, self-determination. You can pause when people are saying certain things. There's a pause between action and response. Take that pause. If you need to breathe, breathe. Count 1 to 10. My mom used to tell my older sister then, when she would just lash out in anger, right? My mom would say, count 1 to 10. Just shut up and count 1 to 10. By the time you count 10, the worst would have gone. So you will start from maybe the middle, and then you won't say so many hurtful things. And that's what you can do for yourself. I mean, I'm sharing some of my own personal secrets. You build emotional intelligence, but you can only do that by knowing who you are, identifying your power points, and begging people or paying people who have the weakness that you want to develop to strength. Beg them, pay them to help you, teach you how to make those ones strengths, and be humble to receive the answers from them. Because leadership is humility. See Jesus. You've got to be humble to be a leader. You've got to listen attentively. You've got to be a fantastic listener. You've got to be a cheerleader for them. You've got to be the kind of person that will tell them the truth, but not a truth to demoralize them or break them down. Constructive criticism, where they know the things that they can do that they are doing very well, and you praise them for it. And the things that need extra work, you teach them how to do it if you know how to do it, or you guide them to the person, for example, who will help them. So let's do that today. Let's decide that as long as it's up to me, I'm going to build myself in such a way that I can make impact and influence others to do things positively, because you can also influence others. See some of those Muslims that they'll promise them 12 virgins and tell them to go and kill themselves. That's influencing too, but that's very deadly and very negative. So you want to be a leader who imbibes and puts in positive things into people, good things, things that edify people, and teach them how to be better human beings every time, because you are a better human being. My name is Adeola Kingsley James. Love and light.